Hi, I'm Turk Strongman at Taranki Ramacharaka. Thank you for selecting this third in a series of videos about drug addiction, relapse, recovery, and their relationship with personal evolvement. Before getting started, I humbly request that if you like this video, please give it a thumb up, and that if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell and share the joy of this channel with others. Now, so far in this video series, we have discussed who we count as an addicted person, the personal pervasiveness of addiction, recovery, and relapse prevention, and the self-mastery-minded person in a drug recovery program. Now let's address the self-mastery-minded person in connection with self-identity as an addict. Let's frame our objective here in the form of a question as follows. If my self-mastery interests lie in the direction away from consciousness hijacking and toward my establishment of true selfhood, then should I follow the popular recovery program advice to identify myself as an addict and therefore maintain that sense of identity for life? Our answer to this question can have great consequence and can also stir up considerable controversy. It furthermore can play into a person's addictive thinking and bring about an undesirable result if brought to bear too early in recovery. But here, we cannot affect our timing with respect to any given person's progress in her life affairs. We can, however, ask that the viewer pay close attention to this discussion and apply to it the deepest self-honesty possible and, in practice, to err on the side of caution. Our answer, in short, is to adopt self-identity as an addict as a necessary condition for initial drug abstinence, recovery, and relapse prevention work, and on into the early phases of recovery maintenance. And then, and only then, to turn your emphasis over toward identity with your true self as you take formal steps toward its establishment. By then, you will have habituated your identity as an addict, and you will have got the most out of it that you can. It will have served you as a necessary stepping stone. The caution here, is that adopting and holding to such a plan can trick your mind into never really accepting that you're an addict. Or it can trick your mind into letting go of your identity as an addict too early and thereby work against your relapse prevention. Our answer to the big question here is not meant to bring about either of these states of affairs, and it won't bring them about if it is not taken to be a plan in the first place. Our answer simply points out a process that will naturally occur for the personal evolvement-minded recovering addict if things get done in an orderly, easy, comfortable, and unhurried sequence. Each thing in its own due time and getting its own due attention. It is entirely possible to establish identity with the true self and still maintain awareness of one's addictive tendencies and continue employing one's by then habituated relapse prevention skills and recovery maintenance tools. One last thing. Our starting question here is similar to another one. That is, if part of my drug recovery involves attending 12-step meetings where I am told that I must continue meeting attendance and working the 12 steps for the rest of my life, or I will relapse into addictive drug use, Must I actually continue those for the rest of my life? In the context of our agendas here, this question arises because 12-step program lingo and ideology might at some point come about to feel like a stumbling block in the path toward true selfhood. Our answer to it is essentially the same as our answer to the first question. If and when that stumbling block feeling genuinely manifests, then allow the natural course to unfold. Now, we have referred to the natural courses of things twice now. Natural courses rather than to actual plans. So why bring them up? Well, the reason is such that when the time comes for these questions to rightfully arise, their answers are at hand. In conclusion, just as it is important to avoid getting stuck in the web of addiction in the first place, it is also important to avoid getting stuck in the rudiments of addiction recovery. But do what you must do to work successfully through both of them. Again, thank you for selecting this Tharanku Ramacharaka video. Please remember the thumb up and so on. Comment if you like, and stay tuned for more. I'm Turk Strongman. Be well.